What is the tragedy of the commons in law and economics? Have you ever wondered why some shared resources seem to disappear while others thrive? This phenomenon is known as the tragedy of the commons, and it plays a significant role in law and economics. The tragedy of the commons describes a situation where individuals, acting in their own self-interest, overuse a shared resource. This leads to depletion because no one has a personal stake in its long-term sustainability. Imagine a pasture that is open to all farmers. Each farmer wants to maximize their profit by grazing as many animals as possible. However, if every farmer thinks this way, the pasture becomes overgrazed. Eventually, it can no longer support any animals. This is the essence of the tragedy of the commons. From a libertarian viewpoint, the tragedy of the commons highlights the importance of private property rights. Libertarians argue that when resources are privately owned, individuals have a direct incentive to manage them sustainably. If a farmer owns the pasture, they will take care of it because their livelihood depends on its health. In contrast, when resources are communal or state-owned, no single individual feels responsible for protecting them. This often leads to overexploitation. Historical examples illustrate this concept well. The Dust Bowl in the United States occurred partly because farmers overfarmed land that was not owned by any one person. This lack of property rights contributed to severe ecological degradation. Similarly, overfishing in communal waters shows how the absence of private ownership can lead to resource depletion. Libertarians often suggest that privatizing shared resources can help solve the tragedy of the commons. By assigning ownership, individuals become responsible stewards of the resources. This approach aligns with libertarian principles that advocate for individual responsibility and property rights as solutions to environmental and economic challenges. However, critics point out that privatization may not always be practical or fair. Some resources are difficult to divide or manage privately, which can create new challenges. In the realm of law and economics, the tragedy of the commons is often discussed in relation to market failures. Libertarians generally argue that government intervention can worsen the problem by failing to establish clear property rights. On the other hand, supporters of stronger government regulation believe it is necessary to prevent resource depletion. The tragedy of the commons remains a central topic in discussions about property rights, environmental protection, and economic management. Understanding this concept can help us navigate the complexities of shared resources and find better ways to manage them for future generations.